Hello, people. I know it's been about a week since I did a video. I'm trying to adjust the thing here. There we go. Been a semi-busy week, so I don't really have a chance to go to YouTube. But I'm still trying to get a YouTube video at least more than one a week. It's just kind of silly not to have more than one a week. But it's been a busy week, trying to get my story done. My one on my psychologically questionable story of a serial killer. I'm not sure whether I'm going to post it on Facebook. I will post it on my blog site, but I'm not going to post it on my Facebook page. I know it'll bother some people. I'll be a nice guy and I'll just tell them where to go to read it because I'm pretty sure it'll bother people. Serial killers fascinate me. Particularly the psychology of serial killers, of course, and the idea. I don't know. It's just fascinating me, the mental state of people who want to kill other people or anything else for that matter. It's interesting. Hopefully I'll get this story done today, or, well, I'm going to try to get it done today after I'm done with this video. But that's the plan anyway, so I figured I'd do another book review of all the books I bought. Oh, excuse me. Somehow root beer and milk do not go together. But anyway, I hope you're all doing well. The sun's out, it's warming up, snow's all melted. It's almost a week away from my birthday. I'm the 20th. First book I bought today. Actually, I bought a lot of books today, but believe it or not, they didn't cost me as much as it may sound. So this is the first book, Shackleton. The South, The Endurance Expedition by Ernest Shackleton. Now, I haven't read this book, but I've heard a lot about Shackleton. The book I read when I was a kid, because my mom bought it for me, was Mawson's Will by... I'm not going to blank on the guy's first name. Oh, Douglas Mawson. An excellent book. It was basically an Antarctic expedition. I forget what year it is. I have to get the book again. I lost the book somewhere along the way. This book is supposed to be pretty good. I mean, it's written by him. He was an interesting fellow. The Arctic explorers put up with a lot. It is fascinating, their stories, the hardships, and everything else they endured. But I've heard a lot about Shackleton, so I figured I might as well read about the fellow. The Douglas Mawson's Will book is very good. Mom got me involved reading that one. Good grief. A long time ago. I might have been in my very early teens. I made my teens. Might even sooner than that. But I remember the book. I had the original, and then I got lost, and then I had to get another one. But it's worth reading, and I have no idea where to put this because there's not a whole lot of room on my desk. This book, a World War II book, I'm going to assume this is stories and essays about from Pearl Harbor to VE and VJ days, from boot camp to the battlefield. This was your war. You know, stuff by Ernie Pyle. By the way, Burgess Meredith as Ernie Pyle was very good. I don't think that man ever looked young. Ever. He was an interesting actor. I liked him. But, I've read about Irwin Shaw, read his biography. He was interesting. But, it's a book on WW2. I used to have this book. It got lost somewhere along the way in one of my libraries. So I'll have to reread it again. I don't remember if I did it the first time. But it's World War II. It's my second favorite thing. Well, okay, it might be tied with the Civil War as the first. I'd have to go American Civil War, World War II, or sort of neck and neck tied. And then everything else after that. Maybe the Revolution, American Revolutionary War. But this is a good book. That's what if I read it, I believe I read it. I don't remember. This was 30-odd years ago I had this book. So I don't remember if I read it or not. But I probably read parts of it. But it's a good book. Why not? I'll just say it's a good book because it's a history book written by actual people who were there, who are actually journalists there, who actually know what a journalist is, unlike what we have today. A bunch of political hacks who, could care less about history and only interested in history as a political tool. Sorry. Anyway, the other book I got, because I'm reading his biography, was James and the Giant Peach. I read this as a kid. If I remember correctly, I did read this as a kid. I don't think I ever read Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but I remember reading this with my mom. I remember seeing not the movie version this is based on, but a different movie version. I swear I've seen a different animated version of this film. But it's Roald Dahl. I like his writing for the most part. I like his short stories. I do have a tendency to like short stories more than novels. I mean, you'll probably notice that. But yeah, that's it's a good book. Why not? I gotta read it anyway. I don't have to, but this book, I mean, I read his book on prayer. I saw it. He's using the Gospel of Mark, and I'm doing that Bible study on Tuesdays on the Gospel of Mark. So I thought, is the sun blinding it? There we go. I figured I would look at it, read it. I've never read this book. I have read his. This is an old book, so it's probably not going to be on the back of here. I read his one on prayer. I think it's the one on prayer. Another book I have to redo because that one's got lost too. But yeah, I mean, it's. I like him as an author. He's pretty good. Looks like an interesting book. I tried to read a little bit in the tub. He skips a little. I'm not sure why, but it's. I'll recommend this on my Tuesday night Bible study when I do the video, when I do the Zoom telecast at somebody's house. I'm organizing here, but anyway, at the moment I'm alone in the house, so I can do this without hopefully no interruptions from anybody, except the dog. Penny's allowed to interrupt me. But anyway. Yeah, I was going to get a haircut today. Unfortunately, the barber was closed at 12 o'clock when I went there, so I couldn't get a haircut. I wanted to get one, believe me. I don't like long hair. Not when it's nice and sunny and warm and wonderful outside. But anyway, okay, this guy, I do love his stuff. He's a very good writer. I have quite a number of his books. This is Bunker Hill. Let's see, what books do I have of his? I know I have a list over there, but the list could be in here. So I have his book on the Little Bighorn, the Tragedy of the Whale Ship, the Essex, Mayflower. Let's see. I know I have one more that's not mentioned. Oh, Valiant Ambition. That was the last book I read about his on the American Revolution, Washington, Benedict Arnold. This is actually, he's a very good author. That's right up there. A very good author, worth reading, worth finding. I like him. The American Revolution, which is, being made into a. I'm not going to go into this video. Let's just say that the modern historian and the modern journalist has no idea what the American Revolution was all about. And are rewriting it as we speak. But he's a good author, very good author. I like his books. Like his books very much, actually. Amazing Grace, about William Wilberforce, which was a very good movie with that guy whose name I'm not even going to try to pronounce because I can't. But he was an interesting guy. I liked him. I have another book of him somewhere in here. But the movie's good. I like the movie. I like the movie very much. But he's also the guy who wrote the book on Martin Luther, another very good book. He wrote another biography on Bonhoeffer, another very good book. I had the Bonhoeffer one. I have to get another copy of the Luther book. I had to see if someone was coming up. But yes, this is a very good book, very good author, worth reading. A lot of these books, by the way, I got at Goodwill. I got about 7 of them for $8. So don't even think I spend a lot of money on these things, because I do not. I go to used bookstores for a reason. I go to Goodwill for a reason. It's called, they're cheaper. I rarely ever buy a new book. I will rarely ever buy a book at Barnes & Noble. If I do, it's because it's there, and I might as well. And other made-up reasons why I buy books that are actually, if I waited long enough, would be at a half-price bookstore. I never read this book, but it's about science, and I do like science. The Scientist, the history of science told through the lives of its greatest inventors. Let's see. It is an ambitious, wonderful, readable book. John Grivens tells the stories of the people who have transformed science and of the times in which they lived and worked. He begins with Copernicus. I like Copernicus. During the Renaissance, when science replaced mysticism as a means of explaining the world. So on and so forth. I like science. I like the natural sciences, like zoology and paleontology and natural sciences. I slowly got into physics and chemistry and other odds and ends over the years, but mostly I like the natural sciences. But this book looked good. I liked it. I like science. I like the biographies of some of these people. So yeah, worth looking into because maybe it's because it's a book, and all books are pretty much good except maybe for a few. And now this one I got to irritate the Viking fans. Yes, I know, I can all hear you now groaning and moaning, wailing and gnashing of teeth. But yes, remarkable, improbable, and comic life of Brett Favre, gunslinger. I like Brett Favre. I'm not a Viking fan, people. I may live in Minnesota, but I'm not a Viking fan. I'm a Dolphin fan, actually. I was a Dolphin fan when there was only one team in Florida. That was the early 70s. I remember Bob Greasy and the undefeated season, and that's my team. That's always been my team. Of course, I chose the Dolphins because I was living in Florida. It was the only team there. So that's why I chose them. So I'm pretty sure that's why. Unlike the Dodgers, I chose the team that won the World Series 3 rounds for. But it is Brett Favre. Love him or hate him. He was a great quarterback. I should take this tomorrow to work and irritate somebody who cannot stand the Packers. Just to irritate him. But it would only be funny to me. Mildly amusing to him, maybe. But I like football. I like sports football, sports history. Unfortunately, what it's become now is political claptrap and wokeism and all the other political nonsense has literally made sports unwatchable. I'm sorry, it is unwatchable. Because my Dodgers won the World Series, and it was like, okay, they won. That's nice. There should have been dancing in my room. They won the World Series finally, and my reaction was, oh, okay. I should tell you how badly politics has ruined sports. But anyway, let's see. I read that book. When Pride Still Mattered. That was a good book. It was about Vince Lombardi. But anyway, I like the Packers, by the way. I like the Packers, particularly when the Vikings are playing them and they beat the Vikings. And I like to rub it in. That's just the kind of guy I am. I mean, I had the Bob Greasy. There's a book out there of Bob Greasy that I want to find again. There's the book on the undefeated season I want to find again, and The Winning Edge by Don Shula. My mom got me that when they first came out. But that too was somehow mysteriously disappeared. Told you, the Fourth Library has a lot of books to rebuy. I think maybe half of the books I got are books I had to rebuy. And now for the most controversial, the Kama Sutra. No pictures, people. It's okay. Calm down. No pictures. Actually, the Kama Sutra is not that bad. Actually, it's interesting. It's a sex manual, kind of. I mean, it's interesting as it's the complete Kama Sutra, the first unabridged modern translation of a classic Indian text. Yeah, okay, I read it. I read it a long time ago. It's interesting. I mean, I do like sex, like any other male does, but I like the psychology of it. That's what I'm constantly trying to tell people on my Facebook page that I am fascinated by the psychology of sex. I am fascinated by not so much what we do to each other, but that some of us allow it to be done to each other and to ourselves. It's fascinating and troubling. And I admit it. It's probably not something I should study. or admit to. But sorry, I'm fascinated by everything. I'll read anything. I'll study practically anything. I hear Penny out there moving around. I may have to take her for a walk in a few minutes. Whenever she starts jiggling her collar, it's time for that special time called walking. And anyway, those are the books I got today. Over half of them I got for $8 at Goodwill. That's all I really was gonna do. I just wanted to post something because I've been posting almost over a week or whatever it was. I'm trying to do this at least every other week. I mean, every other week, every other day. I mean, that's kind of what I'm aiming for. I'm thinking about maybe doing a Bible study on this format as well, or something to make it a semi-daily basis thing. Doing one video a week is kind of pointless. I mean, I could talk about my writing. I could do something to make it interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna probably make this video short. It's only 16 minutes at the moment, and it's a nice day outside. No one else is here right now, just me, which is why I'm doing it, because nobody's gonna interrupt me. But yeah, those are the books I got. Here's me again. Well, here comes Penny. I can hear her rambling in this direction. So I will end the stream. I will end this and post it. Be good, people, because you know I won't. Because you know I'm not going to. Well,